What is up, Toy Fam? Today we got some packages in the mail. We're gonna crack them open and see what I got. Let's take a look. All right, fam. So today, first we have Fancy Realm Gold Warrior Dragon. So got this from 5K Toys. So we're gonna been sitting on him for quite some time. So we're gonna crack him open and see what he's all about. Then we got the Marvel Legends Mephisto. So have been sitting on him for a while too. So we gotta crack him open because we do not keep figures in boxes around here. We set them free. So we're gonna crack open Mephisto. And next we got the NECA TMNT Usagi Yojimbo. This version definitely called out because since they're not doing TMNT anymore, gotta pick up those turtles while you still can. So definitely loved this version of him and reminded me of the Playmates version. So came across this guy at Target, had to snag him. So yeah, can't wait to crack this guy open. And then most recent pickup just came through. It's from CGC Toys. Again, I got this from 5K Toys. So this is an accessory kit for the Mezco Deadpool. So we're gonna see how cool that is. So you can see here it comes with some claws, the gold pistols, and then Wolverine skeleton. So yeah, we're gonna take a look at that too. So I'm super excited for that. So let's crack open some figures. All right, so first up, we got this Gold Dragon. I've been sitting on him for quite some time. Definitely an impulse buy. Who hasn't done those? The 5K Toys and these third-party companies, do we even call them that? I mean, I feel like nowadays these new collectors that are now collecting, you're living in a prime time to collect. Third-party back then, a couple of years ago, wasn't so reliable. Now these companies are dropping some quality stuff, and it's just, man, what a time to be a collector. You can pick up so many different types of figures. So yeah, we're gonna crack this guy open and see what he's all about. So first of all, the packaging is super duper cool. It's very oversized, large box, can barely fit it up on here. But I'm loving the deco on the print, very good quality here. We're gonna crack this guy open. Loving the packaging. Yeah, this guy's pretty awesome. He's childproof, obviously, because I can't get him out of his freaking box. There we go. That went flying somewhere. We're just gonna get this out of here. Oh yeah, this is awesome. Soft goods. This cape is really good. Looks really good quality here. It's wired. And man, just the paint applications on here. Wow. Oh, and that's soft goods too. I thought it was an armor, but looks like he's wearing my uncle's PJs, but he's ready for bedtime. Oh, soft goods under here too. So he's just fighting in PJs. Some silk. It's really silky too. But man, this guy looks dope. The plastic feels really good quality. And the joints are pretty smooth for him fighting. You would expect smooth joints for someone fighting in silk pajamas. Yeah, this is a pretty cool figure. I like this. It's definitely different than my other stuff that I have in my collection. You know, if you're a collector and you've been collecting for a while, you got your standard Marvel Legends, GI Joes. I got Mezco. I got some Mafex. Got some SHF. But then you got stuff like this that's just coming out of left field. This Dragon Warrior. I went through this weird samurai phase and I started picking a bunch of third-party samurai figures. So this is gonna go good. Yeah, he looks dope. Let me set this up a little better and we'll get to take a closer view. All right, and here we have him. He is definitely very cool with the armor. Everything's a soft plastic, so it's nothing's hard or sharp, and you don't have to worry about it breaking. He comes with a ton of different sets of hands. These humanistic feet that you can attach to the bottom. He comes with this pair of human hands too. A couple of different swords. It comes with this one, really cool looking, and then this massive one ready to chop down some enemies, and then this other one that's like this green effect. That also comes with this flame, and it looks like the sword's on fire. So that's really cool. So the effects and the feel of it, the quality it definitely feels like good quality. The only thing that is kind of a bummer, it's the box says 112, the listing said 112, but he's not 112. He's definitely much larger than 112. He's almost like 110. And the reason I had bought him was because I got the Bro Toys Light Warrior, and this guy's a little on the bigger side. So let's back him up, some scale comparison. So I was kind of, my thought process when buying this was to have these guys kind of go at it, but obviously this guy's much bigger. He's a bigger foe. And this guy's already kind of a big guy. If you guys already have this Bro Toys, he's definitely not 112 either. We'll do some more scale comparison here. We'll get this one out of here. And here's the in-art Arkham Knight Batman. And you know, if you have this Arkham Knight from InArt, he's definitely not 112. So this dragon guy is definitely much larger. I'll use a Marvel's Legends just to as scale comparison too. But I do have the Noda, this Noda Lion who is massive, so he'll probably go good with him. So this guy's just really, really big. He's definitely not 112. Even the box says 112. I don't know what 112 scale they're using, but that's probably the only gripe. Everything else, amazing quality. I'm really surprised by the soft goods. Everything's wired. This front piece, the back piece, the tail was really easy to set in. He came with a tiny little plug on his butt, which is also painted to match. So if you don't want a tail, you can just put the plug back in there, and it has that same sheen. It's like kind of a holographic type of sheen to it. So it's really cool. It gives it the scale look. Everything aside from that, from the scale, that's probably my only gripe. The articulation's on point. But yeah, just I wish he would have been actually 112. I was hoping to set him up with the rest of this samurai kick I'm on right now. But aside from that, he's really, really dope. Gold Warrior, picked him up on 5K Toys. Let's move on to the next guy. All right, next one we're opening up is Mephisto. So the Marvel Legends Mephisto. This was during their pre-order window that they had. Feels like just yesterday, but it was probably over a year ago. So let's crack him open and see what he's all about. All right, so first we'll take a look at his throne. It comes in two separate pieces, so let's figure this out. Just goes just like that. Snaps together. Yep. And that's really cool. Oh yeah, that is so dope. Love all these skulls. You could give this a nice wash and it'll make the rest of these details really pop. But yeah, that's all I think it really needs. Just a nice wash, and it'll make all the details pop. There's a lot of details on here that are just being covered because of the mold, but you're going to be able to see if you give this a nice wash and do some painting inside the mouth, it'll really make this sucker pop. So that's cool. That's a really cool throne. Let's take a closer look at the figure. And there we have Mephisto sitting on his throne. I interchanged the pieces that he came with because he came with the plastic lion cloth and the cape. Put on the soft goods one. Looks awesome on here. He's got his skull in his hand and then his big ass sword, which we'll just place there. Yeah, this one is awesome. I'm so happy I jumped on that pre-order window. This extra head sculpt is cool. And then he comes with this set of extra hands. But yeah, I'm digging Mephisto. I'm glad I jumped on it. Really, the only reason I had bought him or jumped on the pre-order window was because I had found Damian at Ross. So I figured, hey, might as well jump on Mephisto. And then now I can crack open Damian. So I've been sitting on Damian for a while. Now I'll be able to crack him open and put him up on the display with him. Only makes sense now if I can only complete Blackheart. But hopefully that we get them in a Gamerverse version or Marvel's Capcom version. Come on, Marvel Legends. Come on, Hasbro team, re-release Blackheart. We all want them. So yeah, this Mephisto is definitely a must if you're a Marvel Legends collector or even just a Marvel fan. So glad they made them available and I was able to snag them. So loving this one. Yeah, and I love the interchangeable capes because we don't want this, and the soft goods one is good enough. Moving on to the next guy. All right, now we have Usagi Yojimbo here from the NECA TMNT. Really love these turtles as well, but I have so many freaking turtles. Do I need all the different versions? I got the NECA movie turtles. I have the Mezco Toon turtles. I have the Super 7 Playmates turtles. Playmates, you know, the ones that Super 7 first released. I got those. because my 8-year-old version of me needed them. And then Mezco dropped theirs, and so on and so on, and it continues. Uh, but yeah, we got Usagi Yojimbo. We're gonna crack him up, release him from his prison of plastic, and then we'll take a closer look at him. And there we have Usagi Yojimbo's. Man, NECA just kills it with the cartoon TMNT line. It's a shame we're not gonna see any more from them, but wow, this thing it's such a beauty. Like this is what makes it so difficult being a collector. It's like you see stuff like this, you're like, I just gotta have it. And then the different head sculpts, I mean, like that is so freaking awesome. The expressions they capture, the grinding of the teeth, that is so freaking cool. And you guys, little dude over here, he came out great. The colors are just so vibrant. Let's see if this can focus. I mean, he looks so dope. And he's got extra hands. He's got the grip for his sword, and then his money bag, which we all need. And just again, just the way that it's painted and made look like it's coming out of the comic book, that's so freaking dope. Yeah, I'm a sucker for these type of characters. Two, just the way they look. He's so cool. Again, samurai theme. It's got me hooked. Whether it's a rabbit samurai or a dragon samurai, I've been picking them up lately. And if you're a TMNT fan, you gotta have a Usagi Yojimbo, whether it's him or his version in space, or one of the other versions that NECA has done. But yeah, shame that NECA's not going to be doing anymore, but gotta pick him up while you still can. So yeah, he's gonna go up on the shelf with the rest of my turtles. Time to move on to the final and last pickup that I got, which I'm also excited for. So let's take a look. All right, so we got the CGC toys, and I got this off again, 5K Toys. And it's a kit for your Mezco Deadpool. So we're gonna take a look at the kit first, and then I'll throw it on my Deadpool. So this is what it comes with: the guns, you got the claws, then you got that Wolverine Logan skeleton, and then some shoulder pads, and then a couple of adamantium bones. There we go. All right, so nicely packaged. Yeah, this is very cool. Let's take a look at Logan first. Oh, that is really cool. It says Hugh Jackman right there. Still a little bit of skin. Looks like he's decomposing. It's not bendable, but it's. Oh, we got some articulation there on the head. It's like on a ball joint. That's cool. Yeah, so you can get him to turn. Yeah, really cool. Man, you got a little bit of hair still back there. Yeah, that's dope. You're not gonna get a big time company putting up some skeleton of Hugh Jackman. And then we got the nunchucks. It looks like it's just on like a rubber connection. So yeah, kind of gummy. But these feel really solid. Yeah, that's really cool. He made some nunchucks there out of his bones. That's a fun accessory. Then we got some more bones here. We got the 3 claws. Then the shoulder pads right here. All right, that's his rib cage, and then his other femur connected to the lemur, to the toes, to the hip bone. Yeah, so some bones there. We got his claws, shoulder pads for Deadpool, his golden guns, and then his fist with the claws, and then we'll attach the other bones with like, I don't know what this is, like skin tissue that he used. But yeah, let's throw this up on Deadpool and see how it looks. Boom, and there you have him, Mezco Deadpool with the CGC Toys kit. Again, I got this from 5K Toys. The claws are perfect with the forearm bone wrapped up there. That's just freaking awesome. And then the golden guns and these shoulder pads, they make, they just complete the figure. So the only thing is they don't have anything to make them stick, so they're just kind of sitting on there. So they do have a tendency of falling off when you're messing with the figure. But if you're just gonna have them posed, that's gonna look badass. And yeah, again, super happy with this purchase. That's the last thing on my list, and then we're gonna do a recap of everything that I've opened up. All right, guys, so we made it to the end, and this is what we opened up. We got a supposedly 112 dragon, which is not 112. We opened up the NECA TMNT Usagi Yojimbo. We got the CGC kit on Mezco Deadpool, and we opened up the Marvel Legends Mephisto. My collection's all over the place, from impulse buys to childhood nostalgia. What about yours? Let me know below. What was your favorite, and what is your latest pickup? Till next time, peace.